Very reactive cards, and unless your opponent does something, they just sit there in hand waiting. So Lightning and Ice players generally tend to keep a lot of cards in hand.
It may be that he has a which would then add on to Strongest Sword, guaranteeing a kill.
Yeah, we could see that. He did have Sid Reigns in his deck before. He did have all sorts of things here. Maybe Magus, for example. That would have been a good play.
Scars Lightning, CP. Scars, that's 4 CP. Odin.
Yeah. Clearing the way for another damage here. Just going for the tempo play here. Though that's still a Duke Larg and the Lightning gone though, so he's not going for the economy here. Definitely not. Oh, we see we see the Sylph in damage zone.
And just playing the Jill because he's not exactly expecting the opponent to have.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just have to. You see a lot of JP decks running only 2, so you don't have it in the beginning as frequently because it's great later, not in the beginning.
Sorry, Athreos complaining of the no value of having played Jill, despite only costing 2, and as a result being exactly.
Yeah, that's just a good backup, to be honest. Costing 2 is fine, even if it doesn't freeze anything, to be honest. You usually have to end up discarding a card for a backup, and it's gonna get its value back anyway. And I mean, if your opponent don't have any forwards, I see no reasons to complain. That's fine. We see a whack on the field.
You don't need to worry about freezing your... Yeah, don't need to worry about freezing your opponent's cards. If you've killed all of them...
Yeah, exactly. Very good point.
Which is my main deck's mentality.
Yeah, and Ice and Lightning are very good at that, to be honest. We're probably gonna see the Strongest Sword here soon. I'm wondering when the first Strongest Sword is gonna come. He could do that in response, on his next turn, though. So we'll see.
Oh. Not Strongest Swording in response.
No, both players have great options here. We could see we could see status reels coming. We could see Strongest Swords coming. This is exciting.
We could see Sadistic Surge.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna see what happens here. No, he allows the block, so we're not gonna see a Jill action here. We're not gonna see any Jill action here. So Waka is blocking. Is his status reels? Is his Strongest Sword? It seems like.
Is he gonna risk it for a biscuit?
Yeah. See what happens.
Oh, they're just gonna trade.
They're actually gonna trade. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, as Athreos is one backup off, one backup below.
Oh, I think I know why.
Really? Why do you think that is?
To pay the free cost Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that could be true.
Or not. Okay, I lied to everyone. I'm an awful person.
Really?
Not looking for
but
morphing time.
Actually, the Mog can search the other Gilgamesh, can't it? So maybe he's looking for the Divider Gilgamesh, exactly, and the Water Wind deck have very, very few ways of actually dealing with it. Oh, he ended up picking up the Lightning. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. I probably would have searched the Divider Gilgamesh.
Because that will get him an Odin. That will get him the third of his 4-cost Odins.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's actually interesting,
it costs 6.
Yeah, well, effectively 4, in my opinion. Effectively 4.
I find it the other way around. I'm paying essentially 10. That's why
Yeah,
it's like I'm paying 6 for the potential to pay 4 to kill something. I'd rather pay 6 to kill something.
Yeah, definitely. Right, we see some economy going here. Wanting to keep his lead.
Besides,
as he's ahead in
no
damage,
forwards.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, fine. But it's interesting to
There are currently nothing on the field. There is no red mage for haste or anything, so he's not particularly worried. We'll see what is landing on the field. Is it a Gilgamesh soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be dum dum dum. A lightning for the Odin.
Find that Odin.
Yeah, it's gonna be really important because his opponent is not going to want to actually play a Cloud now that he knows that an Odin is waiting, or he's gonna have to save Aerith to be able to counter it. It's gonna be
and there's a 9k blocker on the field.
Yeah.
So that's reducing. The threat of Odin is reducing some of the economy to 2 backups because you're not going to.
He can never tap out Aerith now. He's gonna have to keep Aerith up, even if he doesn't have an Aerith on hand. He's just gonna have to threaten with having the Aerith on hand to be able to deter the use of Odin, making it a little bit too expensive and not being able to rely on it either. Really important that Aerith stands up the rest of the game now.
Oh. But in the same token, Lightning's 9k.
Indeed.
That's big.
Yeah, he's gonna have to match that somehow, and I can't see it happening this turn. Oh, Aerith is going down. Leviathan, yeah, fair enough. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Chain you into dull, draw a card.
Yeah.
I was thinking he might have been dulling all 3 to play Pain.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He is a backup ahead, so in my opinion, bouncing something like the Lightning is not too bad of a trade. It's gonna benefit him in the long run. Yeah, definitely. And being able to draw the card with Yuna. Or did he deal damage? No, he didn't. He drew the card with Yuna. Yeah. Is wiser at the moment.
That's exactly why I thought he would have gone for the Divider Gilgamesh.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
You can't use Leviathan.
Yeah, exactly. And as no Cloud was present, there is actually no way for a Wind and Water deck to deal with the Divider Gilgamesh. Neither Valifor nor Leviathan is actually going to do anything. So I was thinking
he was unless you Omnislash it.
Yeah.
Unless you Omnislash it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a card don't be bigger than Cloud.
Indeed. And the interesting part with the Mog is that it's actually able to search a Gilgamesh as well, so it would have been nice play.
Yeah. It's a shame there isn't exactly any... There is. There are 2 cards which search cards in Lightning, and neither of them actually really search for many Lightning cards.
Yeah, exactly. That's really interesting.
It's the issue with my deck, because and if I mulligan, I'm never seeing those cards again, because I can't shuffle my deck.
Yeah, it's half of the reason.
Yeah, take that! All that, Yuna!
EX first, taking the cake sit all to the face. That's unfortunate. It's not a big loss, so it's fine. It's alright.
Are we gonna see a...
Yeah, the game turned out real slow. Both players keeping a large hand size, both at 5 cards currently. Yeah, I think we should be seeing a lot of forwards soon.
Completely different game.
Yeah, definitely. This is more what games kind of I was expecting. So I was expecting the Lightning Ice to have more backups.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I don't think no one was expecting that. I don't even think Athreos was. It just like happened.
Yeah. I was expecting things like when Yuna was played, the 2-cost for example, we would see a Magus appearing, immediately removing it. When Pain appeared, you would see a Seymour appearing. A lot more like that, like reactive plays. And very like carefully treading around, not throwing about like light clouds and Tiduses.
Dropping Cloud but leaving Aerith ready.
Yeah, exactly. That was what we was expecting. Protecting Cloud with the Aerith. Let's see if he's able to bait. Is he gonna fall for it?
He's going for the Odin.
Yeah, it's probably... Yeah, there is an area available.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So there's a Planet Protector saving Cloud from the Odin. It was telegraphed, to be honest. He was clearly leaving the Aerith up this time. He didn't the last time. So this time he was telling his opponent that I have probably an Aerith on hand. It could have been fake, for all we know. But still.
but it means there's one less Aerith.
Indeed. He's gonna be able to count those Aeriths. We haven't seen any of the 2-cost Aeriths, so most likely there are just 3 Aerith in the deck. Though you can never know. It is usual, at least, that people take a single copy or 2 of the 2-cost Aerith. It's very common because of the power of the Planet Protector. But in general, because you don't want too many dead cards, it's probably just gonna be the 3 Aerith in this deck, I'm feeling. So we could potentially see 1 more Aerith in this game. But for now, the Aerith is down, so I hope for his sake that he's drawing like some kind of solution to Cloud, because Cloud will just end the game from here. Unless he can deal with it. And Ryan has an economy advantage as well. It might just be a single backup, but it is a big deal, to be honest.
Let's go.
Okay.
Terra.
We see the Terra again. It proved really useful before. And let's see if it's as useful this game.
Ooh,
Shiva.
Say that's weird. Discarding a Jill to Shiva.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We need to stop the Cloud before it can get going, so the Shiva was really important. The game would have just swung way out of favor, and you have to do it while Aerith is down as well, so that's really important. So he took the opportunity to use a sheep. Oh yeah.
I think doing that, what he should have done then, from that point of view, was waited until his turn, tried to Shiva Cloud, and then in response to Planet Protector, Odin.
Yeah, if he could afford that, he actually had 5 cards in hand, didn't he? So he probably could have afforded that, actually. So that wouldn't have been bad, actually. It's a good idea. He probably could have gotten away with that. Alright, we see a
Activating Cloud.
Yeah, definitely. Activating Cloud and chaining Yuna to draw a card. So this is a good one. Being able to use his Cloud. Kind of nullifying the Shiva. And drawing a card with Yuna. Very good. Very, very good.
And making it 9k.
Yeah, 9k is relevant, though the Terra gets 9k with the trans. Well,
and first strike, I believe.
Yeah, definitely first strike as well, but Athreos only have 1 card in hand, so there can't be a trans from Terra coming this turn at the very least, but it could in the future. Though still, taking a damage isn't too bad for Athreos. He has 6 more damage to take before he's lost, so we could see EX bursts, giving him a kind of a snowball effect possibly. That could work.
It could be an Odin.
It could be an Odin. We haven't seen any of the 7-cost Odins, have we?
I don't think we have.
No, there definitely at least 2 in his decks, I'm feeling. Probably not 3, because there are both 3 and 1-cost Shivas.
Oh, and it happened!
And there's the Odin. That's fantastic. We see a 7-cost Odin bringing Cloud down.
Every time. You can't Planet Protector that.
Yeah, you can't Planet Protector that. Aerith is up, prepared to save Cloud from anything, but unfortunately, you have to pre-cast the Planet Protector to actually be immune to it, an EX Burst Odin. And you usually don't do that. That is so unfortunate. He swung into the Odin again. That is terrifying. That might sort of tilt the game quite a fair bit over in Athreos' favor. Still keeping this game very exciting, because if that Cloud would have started Omni Slashing proper, the game would probably just have been over.
Yeah. But Odin is a brutal, brutal card. You never want to draw it. Ironically, it's one of the few cards you don't want to actually draw, typically. But very, very seldom do you typically play it.
Yeah, definitely. It's very expensive. There are times where you really need to do it, sort of. But it's so expensive. There are very few scenarios where you want to pay for nearly a Bahamut to just break a single character. It's super expensive.
Yeah, because that's one of the options with Wind Lightning is you're using regular Odin for 4 and below, and then Alexander for 5 and above.
Yeah, definitely. That's that's kind of interesting. Alexander is one of those cards that I really like, and I think it's sort of undervalued, but probably not a card I would run 3 of. It's just like a good 2-0 card in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's one of those cards when it EXs, it's generally like when you've been hit by a Tifa. You're like, okay, this was a 2 cost, and there's nothing this can target. Whereas with Odin, it can and will kill something.
Yeah, it will always kill something.
Unless it's Terra.
Yeah, unless it's Terra, of course. Yeah, we saw that last game. Terra being super useful. One of the better cards.
Yeah, essentially making cards like X-Death redundant.
Yeah, definitely.
However, at least X-Death stops your other cards being targeted either.
Yeah, I suppose.
And with a Devout out, that means he could be bringing back a Gilgamesh pretty much at will.
Yeah, he probably should bring the Divider Gilgamesh back up when he can. He's only at 2 damage now, so it's not
3 damage now.
Important. Yeah, 3 damage now. When he's at 4 damage, that is going to be an absolute beast to deal with, and we've not seen a whole lot of Gilgamesh go down the discard, so I think Athreos is definitely going to go for the Divider Gilgamesh, and that will end the game. I think, probably will end the game, though.
He'd need a lot more. He'd need lightning economy for that. He's only seeming to be getting ice out.
Yeah, that is really.
He's thrown away a lot of his lightning cards, like the lightning. All 3 Odins are gone.
Yeah.
One of the X Odins are gone. A couple of the Gilgamesh are gone.
Yeah.
There just isn't that much left. I think we saw one of the red mages tossed earlier to play lightning before she got Leviathan.
Yeah, exactly. You usually see the ice and lightning decks bring some extra lightning cards or lightning backups just to be able to use a divider efficiently. As it costs 2 lightning CPs, is really important to do.
But neither. I said Brian now down to 18 cards in deck.
Yeah, that is...
Not a fantastic amount of cards.
No, he's gonna have to start using his Makoreactor. Nah, probably not. It's probably gonna end before that, but you never know.
Yeah. You never know with these EX bursts.
Indeed, and I mean, Ice and Lightning is a control deck. It's not famous for ending games really, really quickly. This doesn't seem to be the tempo variant.
Essentially seems to be the slightly modified base deck.
Wow, here we see a cloud appearing. Here we see the cloud making an appearance again. Are we gonna see Gilgamesh making a reappearance to combat the cloud? Or is he gonna wait with that until his 4th damage? But
yeah, he can only use Devout in his turn.
Yeah, exactly. So...
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling Odins.
Yeah, definitely. Though that cloud is going to be really scary. I wonder if he can actually do something with that cloud.
Yeah, a lot of his, I think 2 of his light clouds have already gone.
Yeah, and at least 2 of his 4-cost Odins. So I don't think there are a lot of responses left for
all 3 of the 4-cost Odins have gone.
That's actually true. He picked up his lightning.
Yeah, not many Odins, but not many clouds left.
Indeed. There is a 7-cost EX burst left in deck, though, I think. So it could happen.
And there is, I think, 1 fire cloud, maybe 2, left in deck.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
could still see some Omnislash action going on, and that would end the game.
Especially with that economy.
Yeah, definitely. And
unless he gets Sadistic Surged.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, there should be at least a copy of G left as well, so that's a very interesting option.
Yeah, there's 1 left in 20.
I'm feeling that Athreos have had some issues with producing forwards over the course of these last 2 games. I'm not sure what exactly that is based out of, but I think he's probably running at least 10 summons, because there are 3 4-cost Odins, 2 1-cost Chivas, at least 2 3-cost Chivas, and 2 7-cost Odins. At least.
So 10 cards just called Shiva and Odin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there other ice summons?
Yeah, I've heard of some.
Oh, Hades.
Oh yeah.
It's Hades. No.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a Hades kind of deck.
No, definitely not.
And Ramu is
pseudo-relevant at best. Pseudo-relevant at best. Oh,
but we'll see.
It's going to be really interesting to see what Athreos is going to do. He only has 3 backups standing and a hand size of 3. So he is going to have to produce preferably 2 forwards if he can to be able to take an Omni Slash and protect against something at the very least. But the problem at the moment is that Terra, if she activates Trance, you can just respond with Omni Slash and there's a lot of resources down the drain. And that's very, very scary.
Scalding Black Mage from hand to play Red Mage, so he's now got some Lightning CP out.
Yeah, that's important. Though he needs another to use the Divider effectively, but it's going to be really useful to be able to play the Lightning cards easier. And the economy is always important, of course. But I'm feeling we're going to have to see a lot quicker on the the production of forwards. The Devout is probably going to have to be broken.
Yeah, this turn, because he can't do it in his opponent's turn.
Definitely. It's going to have to be broken now, because else the Terra is probably going down, and we're going to see 2 or 3 damage being dealt. And we see no Time Mage. That is really unfortunate for Athreos.
Oh, there it is! I said the thing!
There it is.
I'm calling everything in this game. And there's going to be an Odin right now, and there's the Odin, and here's the statistic search, and here's the...
It is likely, it is likely. It is very important that he is able to stop the Cloud, because if he was not able to stop Cloud, the game would just be over now. Immediately this game.
Yeah, this is where he's now going to pop Devout.
Yeah, he is going to have to pop Devout, else it's just going to be like an uphill battle, never ending. He can't even make attacks at this point.
But which Gilgamesh do you think he's going for?
Yeah,
Divider
I'm
or...
praying for the Divider, to be honest, because that is super useful against this deck. Though, I mean, it's not active yet, though, and it's not likely to take a 4th damage, so both are kind of frustrating at this point.
It's Divider.
Yeah, it is Divider. Since Leviathan and Hero Yuna can't bounce it, Valifor doesn't work, so it's very, very, very good at this point. And it also 1-ups the Cloud for, well, 2 Lightning CP, so it's very nice.
And yeah, dulling Cloud this turn is important, but he can do any number of things to activate it.
Yeah, definitely.
He could Planet Protector to just to activate it.
The Water and Wind definitely having more combat tricks up their sleeve at this point. The tempo plays are just delaying the inevitable at the moment.
But even with all that, at most he could get 3 damage through.
Yeah. Athreos is at 0 hand size though, which is really unfortunate. He's not been able to save up any Gilgameshes.
Scary thing. Even if he swings with everything and Athreos lets everything through, if he draws a Sid and a Kateseth, he can just swing for damage.
Indeed.
Because with that Red Mage,
that Red Mage is impressive.
Anything could turn into lethal.
Indeed. So I don't think anything will swing this turn. I think he's going to keep both his defenders active. And I think, though, that he has an Aerith available. I think so, anyway.
Well, there aren't many cards left in deck.
Indeed, so it's quite likely. Most likely what he's going to do is that he wants the Ice player in the top to attack and somehow sort of stop it, but he can't really block against the Gilgamesh, and Trance is kind of scary, to be honest. Though the question is, how many clouds does he have?
Yeah, I'm going to quickly check the log and see if.
I can't do that at the moment.
Yeah, you can't. I'm gonna. The thing is, they're doing things, and every time they do something, it scrolls back down.
Yeah, the Waka is good. The Waka is good.
Waka's a good.
The 3 cards still in hand, so it could still be a Cloud, maybe a copy of Waka for status reels, maybe an Aerith. There are so many options. There are so many options.
Well, all of his light clouds have gone.
Yeah.
So if he has any clouds left,
it's gonna be fire.
It's just that one, the one fire cloud we've seen.
And Aerith is down this turn. This is very important. So this is definitely the chance to act for Athreos. Though with only 2 cards left in hand and only 1 lightning backup, he'd have to draw into a Gilgamesh and the lightning card to be able to break anything.
He can't, he's only on 3 damage.
Yeah, exactly. That is really unfortunate. But to be able to use it at all, he's gonna have to have drawn both a lightning card and a Gilgamesh. And that's how to be used like defensively.
And he also has to be scared because there's still the option of status reels just in hand.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely can't attack. He definitely cannot attack.
But he can't just. He also can't just sit there, so he has to.
Indeed. He needs to break Cloud before he gets going, but Waka will still be a terrible foe to face. It's really scary. Yeah, I think Athreos is definitely having huge issues at the moment. Not being able to produce enough forwards. It feels like he has a lot of responses in forms of control, but he's not able to produce enough forwards to the field to combat the number of wind and water characters produced. It's a clear issue at the moment.
Bated breath.
This is super exciting because this turn is probably what's going to decide it. Is he able to produce enough?
There's still the threat of Odin.
Yeah, definitely the threat of Odin.
At least 1 Odin left, and that would be, if that was how this would end up going, that just a stray another Odin.
Yeah, imagine him taking his 4th damage here, it turning out to be an Odin, and then the Gilgamesh.
Everything collapsing.
Yeah, everything collapses immediately.
That happens sometimes, but the number of Odin has happened twice so far, and it's not exactly a particularly likely thing to happen anyway.
No, it's something like every other to every 3rd game. If you play 3, and I think he's only playing 2, so like every 3rd to 4th game maybe? On average?
He has passed turn.
Yeah, then he must have some kind of summon or something. Or he's hoping to take a damage and it's actually like a Gilgamesh on hand. We'll see what happens. Athreos still needs to take another damage before the Gilgamesh becomes active. So this is the exciting moment. We are in the attack preparation step and we'll see if any of the players want to do anything before we initiate combat. There is no time mage going to save Athreos this time. And we're wondering if there is a cloud on Stinger's Fury or Ryan's hand. That's really what's going to end this game if it happens.
Status reels could do it as well.
Yep.
Status reels just turning off Divider before.
Yeah, before he takes 4 damage, exactly. That would be really a big deal as well.
Because you can't add it to the stack afterwards if you haven't taken the damage yet.
And Gilgamesh is probably going to be forced to block a damage here. But we'll see what happens. He saved cards for a reason, so Athreos has some kind of answer here. But I can't see him answering it. Okay, so Waka attacks. Oh, boost himself to 12 to be sure. Yeah, he's probably just going to take this damage.
Yeah, this damage is going to go in.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't.
Probably there's no status reels because he probably would have used it by now.
Okay, well, it wasn't Odin, so that's...
It wasn't Odin. So it's a snow. It's a snow in damage zone. We haven't seen a lot of snow today. So the Gilgamesh is active. It's very unlikely that he actually has a lightning card and a Gilgamesh on hand though. It's very unlikely. Question is how likely is it that there's a cloud there?
The amount of ice cards we've seen out of that deck, it's probably more likely that he has a lightning card in hand, some form.
Maybe. He definitely brought some extra lightning cards.
That's it!
Oh, he entered the second main phase, so there's no cloud on hand and no Waka on hand. We can probably guess from that, to be honest. That's definitely my feeling. If he had a cloud, he definitely would have gone for it if he had status reels, he definitely would have gone for it. Yeah, so there's no
Which
Waka
means he
and no
may
Cloud
still-
on hand.
And given what's left, there's only one Cloud. I think there's only one Walker, and I think there's only one Aerith.
Yeah, so there's probably, I think, an Aerith in his hand, and then maybe a Leviathan. Could that be it? So there must be some sort of responses.
The
at the very least.
Leviathan would cost 4 at this point.
But why I'm thinking the Leviathan is because it can neither be used against Hera nor Gilgamesh, so that's why it would be stuck in hand. That's my thinking at the moment. So it's
Unless he were to Leviathan his Cloud, if it were to be targeted with Divider.
Exactly. That is not unlikely. Though it would be very frustrating to replay this late. Yeah, definitely. This is a super exciting game.
And this is only a semi.
Yeah,
it's only a semi-final. It's at 1-1. Like turn 23. So they've had Athreos went first this game. So this is Athreos' 12th turn. They don't have many cards left in deck. 14 for Ryan and 18 for Athreos. There's a bit disparity. Oh yes, because
okay, let's see here. Shield is tapped, so there's no Sadistic Surgers coming, as they are all gone anyway. We see a Shiva. Wow, he's dealing with Cloud every turn. That is impressive, though. Is there a response Omnislash coming here? I don't think so, but you never know.
Might be the response Aerith. Oh no!
It's a response Omnislash.
Oh, and frozen.
Oh, okay. There was no response there.
No, so
that's unfortunate.
No hype.
No hype. We were hoping for the Omnislash there. It would have been super exciting.
I don't know. I'm rooting for my boy Gilgamesh.
Yeah, he might still do it. Cloud versus Gilgamesh is a huge duel. We'll see what happens, but I'm thinking dividers should be coming soon.
There have to be enough, like.
Yeah, if there are no dividers, the game is just gonna end.
We've only seen 2 other Gilgameshes, and it's presumably 3 of both.
Yeah, the average Lightning and Ice decks plays something like 79 Gilgamesh in their decks. And
I think
generally Sages to pick up more.
9's a lot for, I think, a dual deck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they have specials, all of them.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, like... the versatility was like sometimes you want to be able to attack twice with First Strike, sometimes you want to be able to take a pot shot, sometimes you want to be Dark Knighting and just soak up damage and then just kill everything in one turn.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yeah, the terrifying thing about Divider Gilgamesh is it's not a dull ability, so he can do it immediately.
Indeed.
And he can do it as many times as he wants. I have played a game at London where my dulled Gilgamesh was being targeted with an Odin, and I responded by dividering twice.
Yeah, it is exciting. The downside, of course, being that it costs 2 lightning CP, so you generally have to have 2 lightning backups as well as a bunch of lightning cards, because since the ice cards are so powerful, it's generally hard to fit enough of the lightning CP, and you generally want to use the Gilgamesh specifically for the special and not just discard fodder.
Yeah.
So
we haven't really seen many of the lightning backups. I think we've seen Black Mage and we've seen Red Mage. No sign of Seymour.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at not seeing Seymour. I've never seen a lightning deck without at least 2 Seymour before.
To be fair, it took me 3 months to put Seymour in my deck just because I couldn't get any.
Fair enough.
I played London without Seymour.
Yeah.
And I came 11th, so that was decent.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I was just running kind of like a Strongest Sword Black Mage kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I put Orlando in the deck, and I've like played him twice in like 3 months.
Well, I'm not
he was kind of
big fan of him.
He was there to deal with Zidane. But people play
yeah.
Maria on Zidane, so he's 4K, not 5, not 3. So what are you gonna do? But that's the thing.
Yeah.
I now noticed win deck, but the backups are all full, so there's not be a Maria unless he uses Archer.
Yeah, since he has us at 5 backups, it's not unlikely that he'll actually go for the other player's backups, if not only to get some use out of the backups, he actually draws 2 hands, so it's not unlikely at all.
Ooh!
Lulu. That would explain why he has so many lightning cards. Or the other way around, of course.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's... No, I haven't seen the 5-cost Lulu in this deck.
Nah.
It's probably just 2 of the 3-cost Lulu, I'm guessing. Just to be able to
I
boost
think
the
so. I
amount
think
of
we.
lightning
I
cards.
saw. I vaguely remember. Now I've been reminded of Lulu's existence. I saw it in like discarded first game, but I haven't seen the 5-cost one.
Yeah, definitely. It
But
is useful,
Lulu's
of course.
also a terrifying card because Lulu with Seymour means you can kill a 3-cost, blow up Seymour, do 5,000 damage, and then play a new Seymour.
No doubt. Yeah, it's a fantastic card, to be honest. Being
Yeah.
able to
People say Lightning doesn't have backup removal, but it does. It just has to be its own backup.
That's totally not the point. Yeah, it is a good one.
Instructions unclear. Removed all economy.
Yeah, but it is very powerful to remove your own unique backups and replay. You're removing Geo for another double freeze. Removing Seymour for another Seymour. It's very handy. Alright, we see Waka attacking. Probably going to boost himself again here.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a 12k Waka coming his way.
That's a terrifying thing in and of itself.
Indeed. It's nearly like...
Also, some upcoming cards in Opus 2 go brilliantly with the 5-cost Lulu.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh!
Oh, there's an Odin.
No!
There's
not
an
like
Odin
this.
EX Burst. Oh dear. That
Not like this.
is frustrating. Well, I'm just assuming
choose
Cloud is
here.
going down, but I mean, status reels can probably do a lot in his favor as well. That is really frustrating.
It's a choice here.
Yeah. Yeah, that EX burst was absolutely massive, and probably the only way he could remove Cloud at this point. Especially with Aerith standing, and it's probably gonna remain standing for the rest of the game.
Oh no, Waka!
Yeah, Waka.
Because I think he's basically been counting Clouds.
Yeah,
I think
perhaps.
it's less likely. No, because there are backup Wakas in the deck.
That is actually true.
Status Reels is more likely to come out than an Omni Slash at the moment.
And we haven't seen any Fire Clouds at all.
So that's what, 3 EX Burst Wakas? 3 EX Burst Odins? In as many games.
Indeed, and with
part of the cards. Yeah, there we go. I thought you said this was a Magic player.
Yeah,
not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exactly. It's probably gonna be both. We see Aerith going down. Yeah, there's the Planet Protector.
Just to get Cloud back up to save face.
Yeah, he definitely need to. He's super sad that wasn't done
unless there's a divider. Unless there's a divider just sat in hand.
Yeah, true that. Athreos still has 2 cards in hand. It could be a divider for all we know.
Or maybe one of them is Gilgamesh, and that's why he wanted Lulu out.
Yeah, he needed to use that before though, because Aerith is gonna remain active for a long time. Is this the Omni Slash finally coming?
No.
Is this finally? Yeah, that's the Omni Slash.
It is. That is the last Cloud.
Yeah, that's
and
very
with Planet
nice.
Protector.
Yeah, we can't do anything about that.
Can't divider.
Indeed. So he could have responded to the Planet Protector with Divider, so it was a little bit unnecessary perhaps, but still. He needed to reactivate Cloud somehow, so
that's
I don't
game.
mind that. Yeah, that's probably game.
Unless...
Unless... 2 cards in hand.
No, he would have tranced and blocked Cloud if that was the case.
Yeah, that is actually true. He would have done that, so I'm assuming there isn't one. Maybe he was going for the EX Burst, but I don't think so.
There is...
I can't think of any other good things he could possibly produce. Yeah, that's game.
That's it.
Wow, I thought that Odin would end it in Athreos' favor. I think it's kind of fortunate that it didn't, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, that would have just been...
This was a very good game, and the players are showing manners as they are supposed to. Very nice. There was some salt on the EX, but that's totally fine, to be honest. That would have been terrifying if that ended the game straight away with a 7-cost Odin EX hitting.
Again,
Terrible.
for the 3rd time.
Yeah.
But I think when it came down to it, seeing someone win from the... seeing someone win despite that rather than just because of
that was good.
Flips.
Not tilting after the first game. You know, everything he did was just, it was countered. Every single action he took was just like Odin or Shiva or just EX burst flying across the table. So frustrating to face, and then so close to victory here, he got the EX burst. So many players would just tilt from that, so that was impressive.
No, but he did have Terror in hand, but it was a lightning card.
Yeah, exactly, lightning card. So he was color stuck there. Yeah, that is unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. Though Terra wasn't so powerful there because as it could have been Omni Slash the moment it trounced, so not that important at that point.
Yeah. But that means Ryan is on to the finals.
Indeed.
Do we know if Toby and Michael are also playing after this, or are we having to wait for them?
I'll check, but last I've heard, we've not managed to get a time with both of the players. I think we are waiting for Michael's opponent to respond and book a time. So at the moment, we're probably gonna call it a night, and we'll see, unless Toby responds really soon. There's still some time left, and we'll just ask people to tune in if we get a hold of them. We'll see.
Yes, I played him earlier today, and he said he was doing things this evening. Yeah. So it may be that he's just currently out.
Yeah, it seemed like. Though that was a very good game, to be honest. And if the finals it will be anything like this last game, well, I'm gonna watch him for sure.
Well, I think you're going to be watching him anyway. You're recording it.
Yeah, of course. But I might just be looking the other way. Nah, but it was a good game, to be honest. It was super exciting.
Like, just... But yeah, overcoming all of the things that came against it, going from such a strong first game, and the mindset that you put into from just a crushing 1-7 loss, to then just turn around and get a quite convincing 7-2, and then struggle through 2 EX Odins on key cards, still break through. 2 out of 3 games taking a 7-cost Odin straight to the face, from what I'm assuming is a deck with only 2 of them. That is super unlucky. I think it was awful, because that was the only damage in game 1.
Yeah, exactly. And just immediately being punished for it. Yeah, that's super harsh. That's why people bring it in the deck, to be honest. It just tilts your opponent. Maybe that's the strongest thing it does. That's terrifying. It's a terrifying card. Break anything. There's no conditions or anything. It's really nice.
Just that's not a thing.
That was very nice, but for now we're just going to add a blinder here so no one can see anything, and we are gonna take a break here. If we get more players, we'll continue the stream, else we're just going to shut it down. It's most likely going to be shut down for now, so I'll say thank you for watching. I'm Ghostie from Makoreactor team, and my friend here is RT Alex, guest editor of Makoreactor, and well, an FTCG player just like yourselves.
Catch you around. I'm generally on Octagon, testing an infinite number of decks until I find one that can win a game.
That's what we all do, or should be doing, at least when Opus 2 is coming. We're going to see a lot of crazy decks coming around.
Really looking forward to when we get updated, because there are so many cards I want to play. The only issue is it has to be 50 card deck, and I really want 60.
Yeah, I'm thinking 60 as well. 60 would be a great number.
Yeah, we'll create a new format.
Yeah, definitely.
Couldn't decide what cards.
That could be the FFTCG extended format, actually. That's fine. Can live with this.
We're gonna have Commander.
Yeah, Commander. That works totally.
We'll just take every format from Magic.
Thank you for tuning in anyway, and have a great evening for now. We'll type when we're gonna see the next top 4 and the finals, and we'll hope you are there to watch it. Bye.